You are not actually the only one who is struggling with low views or no views on YouTube as a total beginner. What you saw as the title of this video was my experience within my first 8 months on YouTube as a total beginner. I mean, look at this is what I'm talking about.
2 views, 39, 11, 22, 53, 23, 73, 160, 195, 158 views. Can you imagine? Since February 2023, it's actually like 1 year now. 65 views and all of that.
But everything actually changed when I learned the thing I will be sharing with you in this video. It actually went from low views to having this.
From 7-9, we're now having like 5,000 views, 3,000 views, 7,000 views, 21, 5,000, 2,000, 4,000, 181, 4,000, 10,000, 4, 3, 42,000, 10,000, 148, 6,000, and this a video uploaded recently, so we have like 849 views.
Okay, so the very first thing I learned that helped me increase my view is that when you're starting out, you should make content that are relatable to people at your level. Now, what do I mean? Apart from having a very good thumbnail that get people hooked and making content on what people are actually searching for, I mean, you have a very good video title. Let the content be relatable because all of those stuff, I mean, the thumbnail, the video title is just an icing on the cake, is not the main thing. Yes, it's not the real cake. So when people click through your video and discover that what you're talking about, you don't have qualification for it, what you're talking about is 100% Google content that you're just pumping out, which is not bad to pump out Google content because there are some smart and lecturer in the comment section who may just pick this and run with it. I never said you should not pump out Google content. A lot of us started out pumping out Google content. Right now, you may be like, Stella, I don't understand what you mean by relatable. I'm going to explain with some example. Now, starting with my own self, when I started this channel, I choose my niche. I wanted to make videos on business and finance and all of that. I started posting videos. Now, this is one of the videos I actually made, which I should not have made as a total beginner. Yes, the emphasis on this video is total beginners. If you're not a total beginner, you can talk about this thing. So I made this video, millionaire by 30. Investment people under 20 can make to become a millionaire by 30. Now the big question here is, am I a millionaire? No. Am I a banker? No. Am I an accountant? No. Am I a business tycoon? No. So even though I had a very great thumbnail, my own opinion, no, and the title is actually very catchy. A lot of people want to become millionaire by 30. So, but when people actually click through it and they listen to me talk, by just listening to me, they know that this girl, she just went to Google and then copy this thing and now come and make this video. There is no connection in any way. Like, it's not from experience. It's not that I'm a professional in this field and I'm really, really giving out advice or tips that have worked over the years for me as a business tycoon that helped me become a millionaire by 30. I'm not even 30. So I don't know if you understand by what I mean relatability. At that point, people cannot relate. They know that she's just looking for views. It's what they call clickbait. They will actually click off because that kind of topic is a very practical topic. The same way you need to be qualified offline to talk about that kind of topic, you also need to be qualified online to talk about that kind of topic. As a person that is just starting out, I am not qualified to talk about that topic because I'm not a millionaire, I'm not 30, I've not worked in the money sector for a very long time to actually have experience or tips or know what is working and all of those stuff. So immediately I learned this thing. That's just one example from video. I made a lot of random videos like that I was not even supposed to make. But I won't go into all of that. So immediately I learned that thing, that I am at a particular level, and this first set of people that are going to click my video and watch are people at my level. I really, really sat down and asked myself a lot of questions. What can I do? I started doing like reviews. Now, that's something a lot of people at my level can relate. When they come and watch the video, they had that same experience. There's this emotional connection. There is that validation. Oh, she knows what she's talking about. I experienced that. It's true. Oh, you saved me. Oh. Ha, I had that experience. It doesn't sound abstract. Now, does it mean that I cannot talk about ways to become a millionaire and all of those stuff? By the time I grew, I can actually talk about those things. So I'm not actually creating clickbait like you make this thing look very fancy. This is what people are looking for. You know that this is what people are searching for every single day. You just boom and make video on it when you are not qualified to make those videos. You are going to get clicks, but people are not going to watch through the video. And since they are not watching, it will actually make your average view duration to drop, and YouTube will not push the video. Because when YouTube see that people like this video, people are watching, they are going to push to more people, and your views is going to increase. Okay, here is another example. If you are just starting out as a total beginner and maybe you want to teach people mathematics, you are not a mathematician, and people are really, really searching for how to understand tips on how to do this, like you've done your SEO. Please, if you have not watched the first video, I suggest you watch it before like coming to watch this one. It's going to help you a lot because there are many other tips that I shared in the other video. So if you try to practice this other one alone without those other one, you may not still get views. So you want to make video on how to understand differentiation, because people are really searching for how to understand differentiation as an engineering student, because it's like one of the hardest topic for me. It may not be hard for you. And I know a lot of people out there may find it very difficult. In fact, you just find out something that people are finding it very difficult when it comes to mathematics or engineering. Let's even leave differentiation. You now say how to understand differentiation in 1 minute. You come up with a very great thumbnail. Now, how to understand differentiation is something a lot of people want to know because they find it difficult to understand it. They are looking for ways to understand it. But by the time you now say 1 minute, they come to the video, what you are saying is what ChatGPT asks you to say. It's not it's not connecting. I mean, even though it's Google content, personalize it. Let them know where you are coming from. Oh, this person has actually had this challenge, oh, and this is how the person overcame the challenge, oh. Okay, I see. This. But if you do something like this, 5 tips that help me understand differentiation as an engineering student. First of all, you use this word as engineering student. People are like, okay, this is a fellow student, not just a random person that does not know what she's talking about. And they actually click to the video. What you're sharing is from your personal experience. Even though you've actually picked some things from ChatGPT, even if you've actually picked some things from Google, but you've actually personalized it, they can connect. Oh, this person also had that same challenge. Okay, this is how the person actually solved it. They will stay because that validation is there, that you're not trying to play with their head, you're not just trying to get the views, you know what you're talking about, you're helping them. This is also another aspect to it. If you are a professional, if you do something like a mathematician explained how you can understand differentiation in 1 week. Okay, this person has been studying mathematics for a very long time, oh, or this is the tip. Okay. They also connect very well, even though you are not a student, you are like a professional. When a professional is talking, we pay more attention. When somebody that is having results is talking, they pay attention too. So if you do stuff like how I study, even when I'm not motivated as a student, I'm a student, and most times I know these things. We don't study until it is close to exam period. Then you are going about your everyday life, you are watching clothes, you are cooking food, and you are sharing those tips that help you study even when you are not motivated. You don't have to do the regular come to school with me today. Why am I coming to school with you? Do I care? Like, what's my business with your school? But when you've actually grow, you become an authority. There are a lot of people out there that like you. Even if you do video like that, come to school with me today. They follow along. And all of those stuff combined with personality or your good look and all of those stuff, many people will always want to watch. But even when you are starting out with that, your very nice look and your great personality, nobody knows it, nobody cares about it. You have to give them something that they want at first. That's why they say content is the king. Content is the king when you are first starting out. This is another example. How I memorized 10 pages of notes for an exam in 2 minutes, in 3 minutes, in 10 minutes. We try to memorize a lot when exam period is here. I mean, we want to finish the whole textbook in a night. Again, that might be Google content that you're pumping out, but you've personalized it. They're like, this is coming from a student. Wow, how is she doing it? And like I said, that title, that good thumbnail is just the icing on the cake. Make sure you give them cake to eat. Personalize everything that ChatGPT is telling you. In fact, you can put it in an open and close bracket, ChatGPT, so that they will know that, okay, this thing you are sharing with them, you learned it from ChatGPT. When they now come there, you now like put out your tips. Use words like I did this, I did it, I did it, I did it. It connects, it resonates with a lot of people instead of just come to school with me today. If this is actually helpful to you, make sure you subscribe because I make videos on how to make money online, and I also share tips that are helping me grow my channel. So if you're interested in any of those things, make sure to subscribe. Tips number 2: when you are starting out, pay attention to what the audience wants. How? Review your videos. That analytics you are seeing on your Google account is not for fancy. Use it. This is something I did not know, and it really made me to have very low views and stagnant on my YouTube journey. So I was putting out videos, some were having like 100 views, the highest was like 240 something views. Now it shows that those are videos that people really like to watch. And I had only 53 subscribers, so to have like 240 something views with 53 subscribers is a lot of views. Yes, it's a lot of views. In fact, these whole views I say I'm having now is just like 5,000, 10,000, 40,000. It's just two videos that have like 100 and something thousand. But to me, it's also a lot of views. I have actually moved from having 9, 8 to having like 10,000, 40,000, and all of that. So when I say a lot of views, this lot of views is in level. When you're even struggling to get like 1K views or 1K subscribers, paying attention to all of these things is very important. So I was making this video and I noticed that these ones were doing better than this one. Like I did some videos had like 9 views, 8 views, 2 views. It shows that my audience are not interested in all of those things, and they're actually interested in this one. Like this video that has 200 and something views, it was a video on the side also for beginners. It means they were interested in side also. That's where I should have stayed, look for different ways that beginners make money and do more of that type of video. But I was busy just copying what was working for other people, talking about what I feel like I should talk about because it's my channel. No, please don't make that same mistake. Make sure you look at your video and see the one that have views. Okay, this video out of 40 video I've put out, 10 have above 100, 10 have 1,000 views. It means people actually like this one. Let me pay attention to this, let me do more of this. And there's something I saw on my creator studio recently and I started using it. When you look at your video analytics like this, you see that there's this blue icon YouTube label deep. It means that's where a lot of people click off when they were watching your video. So I play it and I noticed that what I was saying there, they don't like it. This has repeated itself in like 3 of my videos. They were clicking off in that particular point. Now, in this particular video I'm making, I avoid that kind of thing because I've realized that my audience does not like it. So you want to really, really pay attention to what your audience wants and what they don't want by reviewing your video, by using the Google Analytics and all of those stuff. Thank you very much for watching. That's the end of today's video. If this was actually helpful to you, make sure you actually like and subscribe and also share. And don't forget to drop a comment, your biggest takeaway in the comment section below. And don't forget to ask your question. I'll be there in the comment section to answer all of your questions. May not be all, because some people can come and ask unreasonable questions.